I've tested more than 40 different forex brokers, and in this video I'm going to tell you why in my opinion GateFX is by far the best MetaTrader 5 broker currently on the market. More specifically, first I'm gonna give you an overview of this broker, then I'm going to log in my account to give you a tour of the backend and to show you all the instruments that you can trade and the spreads that you can expect to get, and finally I'm gonna tell you what in my opinion are all the pros and cons about this broker. If at any point during this video you also would like to try GateFX, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description. Using that link will allow you to create an account taking advantage of any bonus or promotion currently available. So, if you're serious about using the best MetaTrader 5 broker, I suggest use that link. And now, let's start with the video. So, I'm currently on the home page of GateFX, and if we start scrolling down, we can immediately see a few of the main features of this broker, like for example that they give you access to lightning fast withdrawals, that you can enjoy institutional grade liquidity, which means that you're gonna have the lowest cost per trade possible, and that you can have access to a maximum leverage of up to 1 to 1000. When it comes to trading accounts, currently GateFX offers 3 different accounts. In fact, you have the deposit bonus account, the STP standard account, and the ECN raw account. When it comes to the deposit bonus account, this account offers all the benefits of the ECN raw account plus a 100% deposit bonus. And when it comes to MetaTrader 5, the deposit bonus is actually 125%. And later on in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to access it. This specific account has spread starting on 1.0 pips, a maximum leverage of up to 1 to 500, a minimum deposit of $10, the execution is ECN from Tier 1 pool, you can trade Forex, metals, indices and energies. This account is available on MetaTrader 5 and TradeLocker, and when it comes to commission, you're gonna be paying $50 per round trip. Next, we have the STP standard account. This specific account has spread starting at 1.0 pips, maximum leverage of 1 to 500, a minimum deposit of $25, execution is STP from Tier 1 Direct, you can trade Forex, metals, indices, energies, crypto and stocks. This account is available on MetaTrader 5 and TradeLocker, and when it comes to commission, they are zero, so this means that opening and closing a position is completely free. Lastly, we have the ECN raw account. This specific account has spread starting at 0.0 pips. The maximum leverage is up to 1 to 1000. The minimum deposit to access this account is $500. The execution is ECN from Tier 1 pool. You are able to trade Forex, metals, indices, energies, crypto and stocks. This account is available on MetaTrader 5 and TradeLockers, and when it comes to commissions, you're gonna be paying $7 per round trip. The last thing I would like to point out is that GateFX is regulated and security focused. In fact, as you can read here, your funds are protected in fully segregated accounts with industry standard encryption and strict compliance procedures. So this basically means that whatever amount you deposit inside this broker is gonna be held in a separate bank account, so that if anything have to happen to this institution, your money are gonna be secure and protected, and you're gonna be able to withdraw them without any problem. So now that I give you a full overview of GateFX, let me log in inside my account to give you a tour of the backend. I'm currently inside my GateFX account, and as soon as you register, the first thing that you're gonna need to do is complete the Know Your Customer verification. But don't worry, because this is just a formality, since GateFX accepts customers from all over the world. In fact, no matter if you are from, for example, United States, Brazil, Canada, Mexico, Europe, Australia, you're still gonna be able to create an account on this broker and to trade successfully. So, as I was telling you, as soon as you log in, you're gonna be redirected inside this dashboard. Here you can have an overview of all your accounts and also of your wallet. At the top, as you can see, there are 3 different buttons. They give you the opportunity to open a demo account, open a live account, and deposit funds. Now, let's say that you would like to open your first MetaTrader 5 account to start trading. You're gonna need to click on this button that says Open Live Account. At this point, you're gonna have the opportunity to choose which trading platform you want to use. In our case, we're gonna select MetaTrader 5. Then you need to click on Continue, and where it says Type Select, you're gonna have the opportunity to pick which specific type of account you want to use. And as I told you before, this specific broker gives you access to a 125% deposit bonus account when you use MetaTrader 5. So this basically means that whatever amount you deposit inside this account is gonna be more than doubled. So at this point, let's select this type of account. Then you're gonna have the opportunity to select the leverage that we want to use. Let's say, for example, that we want to use the maximum leverage of 1 to 500. Then we need to select which currency we want to have, and the only option is United States dollar. And then let's click on continue. After you follow this exact step, if you go back to the main dashboard, as you can see here at the bottom, in my case, you're gonna have your 125% deposit bonus account created, and you're also going to receive all the information that you need to log in inside the trading platform. Now, after your account is created, the next step is gonna be to deposit money inside it so that you can start trading. So you can do this by simply clicking on this button that says deposit funds. As you can see, you're gonna have the opportunity to select the wallet where you want to deposit the fund, and then select the deposit method. Currently, GateFX only support cryptocurrency. Personally, I find this to be a pro, since this specific deposit method is really fast, is available 24/7 and 365 days of the week. And as a result, all your deposit and your withdrawals are gonna be almost instant. And talking about withdrawals, I would like to show you all the successful withdrawals that I was able to make with this broker. So I just need to go here on the left and click on transaction history, and what you're seeing right now are all the successful withdrawals that I was able to make with GateFX. In fact, as you can see, they are all marked as approved, and the payment system that I use for all of them was crypto. And personally, I never had to wait more than 10 to 15 minutes before the money actually landed inside my crypto wallet. Now, going back here to the left side, here we have the main menu that you're gonna use to navigate inside your GateFX backend. So as I showed you before, you have an entire section related to accounts that allow you to open a demo account, open a live account, and have an overview of all your accounts. Then we have a section related to funds. These allow you to deposit funds, withdraw funds, transfer funds between accounts, see your transaction history, which is what I'm showing you right now, and also modify or add payment details. Next, you have a section related to profile. These are all your personal information. Next, you have the opportunity to download the various trading platforms. In fact, GateFX currently supports TradeLocker and also MetaTrader 5. When it comes to MetaTrader 5, as you can see, you have the opportunity to download MetaTrader 5 for iOS, MetaTrader 5 for desktop, and also MetaTrader 5 for Android. Next to the download section, we have the content section. Currently, this is empty, but I suggest you to check it out periodically because, for example, in the last contest that GateFX organized, you had the opportunity to win a MacBook Pro. Below the content section, we have the economic calendar. This specific section of the backend is nothing new or groundbreaking. In fact, a lot of other forex brokers and also prop firms give you access to this specific type of information, but personally, I always appreciate when a broker includes them inside their backend. Basically, here you have access to all the most recent and upcoming economic news. You can filter them by time period, and you also have the opportunity, if you go here, to filter them based on their importance and also based on which currency they are going to influence the most. Lastly, below the economic calendar, you have a section called Information Center. Here you basically have access to how-to videos that will teach you how to use the backend of GateFX, and you also have access to support articles that are gonna basically do the same things but in the written form. So, now that I give you a full overview of the backend of GateFX and I also show you how to create a 125% deposit bonus, I'm going to log in inside my MetaTrader 5 account that I have with them to give an idea of all the instruments that you can trade and the spreads that you can expect to get. So, I'm currently in my MetaTrader 5 account that I have with GateFX, and if you look here on the left side, we can immediately see a few of the pairs that we can trade and what are the spreads that we can expect to get. For example, on Euro USD, currently the spread is around 17, JBP USD spread of around 17 or 18, USD JPY the spread is around 20, AUD USD spread around 17, gold the spread is around 30, AUD USD the spread is around 18 or 19, and Euro USD the spread is also around 18. Now let me add a few more pairs so that we can have a more general overview of what are the spreads that we can expect to get. So as you can see, when it comes to GateFX and MetaTrader 5, you're gonna be able to trade Forex, shares, crypto, metals, energies, and also indices. Now let's click here on Forex. Let's look at minors. Let's add, for example, AUD CAD. Okay. then let's add CAD JPY, let's add Euro AUD, let's also add Euro GBP, let's add Euro JPY. Now let's keep scrolling, let's also add GBP JPY. Okay, now when it comes to metals, we already added gold, which is probably the most popular. When it comes to energies, let's add, for example, US oil. And when it comes to indices, let's add Nasdaq and also add S&P 500. Okay, so as you can see, when it comes to AUD CAD, the spread is around 28, 27. CAD JPY, we had a spread of around 20. Euro AUD, the spread is around 27. Euro GBP, the spread is around 20. Euro JPY, the spread is around 17, 18. GBP JPY, the spread is around 20. US oil, the spread is around 40. Nasdaq, the spread is around 110, and S&P 500, the spread is around 70. So overall, I would say that these spreads are reasonable. They're probably not the best in the entire industry, but at the same time, they're not even the worst in the inside industry. These are acceptable spreads that are going to allow you to trade profitably, especially when you combine them with a 125% deposit bonus. So now that I show you everything that you need to know about GateFX, let me tell you what in my opinion are all the pros and cons about this broker. So, the first pro when it comes to GateFX is definitely the 125% deposit bonus. In fact, currently this is the only forex broker in the entire market that give you a deposit bonus when you decide to trade with MetaTrader 5. And so, if this is your favorite trading platform, it's probably a no-brainer to start using this broker and to take advantage of this incredible opportunity. The second pro of this broker are the fast withdrawals. In fact, as I showed you before, I was able to make multiple successful withdrawals and I never had to wait more than 10 to 15 minutes before the money landed inside my crypto wallet. And so, in my opinion, this is a huge pro because it means that all the money that you generate trading are gonna be available almost instantly. The third pro of GateFX are the segregated funds. In fact, as I showed you before, all the money that you deposit inside this broker are gonna be held in a separate bank account. And as a result, no matter what happens with this specific broker, your money are always gonna be secure, protected, and most importantly, you're always gonna be able to withdraw them. The fourth and last pro of this broker is the fact that all countries are accepted. In fact, as I told you before, once you register for the first time, you're gonna have to complete the Know Your Customer verification. But despite that, GateFX accept traders from all over the world. In fact, no matter if, for example, you are from United States, Canada, Brazil, Europe, or any other country, you're still gonna be able to register on this broker, open an account, and take advantage of the 125% deposit bonus. Now let's talk about the cons of GateFX. Personally, the only cons that I found while using this broker is that they only accept crypto. Personally, I don't see this as a con since I'm familiar with this specific payment method and I like that it is fast and always available. But I also understand that certain people might not be familiar with it and they prefer to use other ways to fund their account. Well, unfortunately, if that's you, GateFX is not the right broker for you. But if you are serious about trading and you want to take advantage of their incredible deposit bonus, I will highly reconsider this decision. So, there you have it. This was my review of GateFX, which in my opinion is currently the best MetaTrader 5 broker in the entire market. As I told at the beginning, if you also would like to try them, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description. Using that link will allow you to create an account, taking advantage of any bonus or promotion currently available. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, and until next time, happy trades!